Hey guys, welcome to the video. Now, the SteamDeck's a handheld PC running SteamOS, which is an Arch Linux-based operating system. In today's video, we'll see a number of train games of different genres running on the device. All the games featured have been directly installed via Steam, all the games installed without issue and without any configuration to make them work. Nearly all the games did need some degree of editing to the controls to make them playable. So let's get going. First up we have Railroads Online. Now before we actually see some gameplay, I'm going to show you the basic config. Now I did with each of the games, but I'm only going to show on the first one so it get boring, but I just want you to see what you have to do to get them going. Okay, so once you've opened the game, you need to actually, for the first time, you actually have to set the controls up. So you would probably find out what the controls are. In this one you can actually just go to this page and it tells you what they are. Now I'm only going to show you this on this one game, so it gets quite tedious otherwise. So on the actual device itself, you press the Steam key. You press the A button to go into the actual main menu. Press the D-pad to the right to actually get to the joystick there, it's highlighted. You go across to Edit Layout. Now if I press the Steam key again, I can get straight back into this. Now we can see movement is WS8D. Now I know I set that to the joysticks, so we go down to the joysticks on the left hand side using the D-pad up and down. So there are the sections of the types of controls you've got. Now I go down, and as you can see the left joystick behaviour is a directional pad. WASD, so we know the left joystick is actually now set for the actual movement. Now if we go back, we look again, we look a bit further down, it says jump, sprint, crouch. So jump is space button, sprint is shift, and crouch is control. So we press the Steam button again. At this point you have to decide which buttons you want it to be. It can be any button. So I chose the shift key to be the clicking for the left joystick. So as you can see, the blue one here is actually highlighted. That's what I've chosen. But if you go to the top, it can be anything. You can set that button, that click there for that joystick to be anything you want it to be. Now we've got other keys such as enter vehicle. Let's say the F. Now what did I do for this? I did set this a couple of days ago, so go back again. Now buttons. So L1. So this is the bumper. It's the back button, the top one. So if I press that once I'm in a train, I'll actually get onto the main control panel. Well, let's have a look how the game actually plays then. We're using these controls. Now what we're going to do first is go and cut down a few trees. We're going to extend the track just a tad to see how easy it's going to be. So it's fairly easy, just getting the login tool out and clicking to cut down these trees. Now off camera I cut a few more, then we're going to actually put some banking in here. So this groundwork's fairly simple to put in. I've actually set it so you can set the degree, so it's locked in now. And you can see me going left and right. I also set it to go up and down as well. So this part of the game works pretty well, especially on the flat. So obviously next we add a little bit of tracking. We're not going to go very far, it's just to see if how possible it is to play this. Once again we lock it in. And a little bit of difficulty there trying to get my bearings. I just really want to look in front so I can actually see where we're actually going. So I don't think there's going to be any problems laying track and groundwork. So let's move on to actually driving a train. Old Betsy there. Should we put the hook and pin in? Now I've already started to fire up, but we'll put a little bit more wood inside. Now this bit's fairly simple. Now we just have to aim it and press the F key to get inside. There we go. Now this bit is a bit more difficult. You can set the regulator to use keys, but the reverser and brake you can't. So I don't know how confident I would feel driving. So it's the right trackpad we're actually using. I have to say at this point we have got the game set to its easiest mode, so I wasn't sure how well it's going to run. But overall, you can see it's playable. It installed fairly easily. It took about half an hour configuration. Driving is difficult, but creating track and stuff is pretty simple. But overall, it is playable. Now next up we've got Derail Valley. So these are the settings, mostly high. Details normal, vegetation high. Not bad. So it doesn't seem to have remembered my saving point from the main computer. So we're basically starting again. At this point I am still working out the controls, in honesty. So this is our first job. Ooh. Right, so at that point I've worked out where to go, set the points on those sidings there, and we're into the train. Now with this game, there are key bindings for everything. So direction, throttle, brake, everything. So you can see I'm just pressing a button. Makes it quite easy to drive actually. Wasn't quite sure actually how to film this for you guys, because the external view likes this better. You can see what my fingers are doing, but the quality of the actual pictures is worse. So it's a mix I'm trying to use. So we've got to change the points. You get the tool out. You can see the thing in the background. There we go. Aim at it. Click on it. Boom. Got the editing software straightening out the picture as much as possible here. So it goes wobble, and then I edit it back again so it's straight again. Now here we actually have a problem. The right trackpad, the mouse button I've set it to the trackpad on the right to just click in. So when we try and actually attach the two here, I'm not able to do it. So I click in, holding it down, but I'm moving to the right, but I run out of the trackpad's small, so it can't get across. So I have to then re-keybind the left trackpad. So I think I set left on the left one to middle button. I think it was at left button. And clicking right on the left trackpad is the right mouse button. Not altogether visible. Now the 1 and 3 actually were inventory spaces, so it's a quick what it was is quick 1, 2, 3, 4 I had it set to. So you could grab whatever the first 4 inventory pieces are. But now by clicking on, doing it like that, you can see my left fingers holding the button. Now the only other problem I had was it kept defaulting to this. You can see it goes white when I let it go, and it stays white. Now I need to grab something else now. You'll see in a sec. It still defaults to that, so I'm trying to position myself, my body. We'll eventually do it. We need to screw. There we go. There we go. You have to screw it together. Then we can put the air pipe on. Oh, I pressed up by accident. There's that. There we go. Then we can switch the air on, and we've got brakes for everything. It's trial and error. I think I said at the beginning, it really is trial and error. So you have to go back to it a few times. So now we have to put it in reverse because we're actually facing the wrong way. Let the brake off. Turn the regulator up and off we go. Now a bit further up, just got to change those points ahead, which is where I've slowed down. So that's actually the starting location, to the right there. When you're doing the first tutorial. Well, that's it. I think it runs well. Set up again for the controls is a little difficult, but everything you can be keybound, so actually playing it is really, really simple. Next up, Train Sim World 2.
Welcome to your first day on the Bakerloo line of the London Underground. Here you will be taking...
As you can see, it's a sort of a medium to high mix, not bad.
72 tube stop that operate on this line. During this session, you'll be taken through the startup procedure.
Now this game actually has full joystick controls, so that's what we'll be using.
Head over to the indicated train and climb aboard to get started. Take a seat in the driver's position. This is where you'll be spending most of your time. Direction selector determines the direction of travel.
Now some of the controls are actually keybound, but other ones you do have to zoom in and get to the right place and then press the A button. It's a bit like using a mouse with it, and it's not that accurate.
Set this as indicated to begin the startup procedure.
This does have a keybind, so you can press a couple of buttons to go up and down.
Apply power to begin moving.
The problem is I couldn't actually remember which way is which button for which. This didn't, and it has two places you can actually click on. I didn't click on the right one. Eventually I did. The middle one actually puts that key thing in and takes it out again. I think it's something you could get used to, but I think you'd have to play the sensitivity of the controls.
Used to efficiently maintain speed and reduce component stress and maintenance requirements. Apply a small amount of brake force.
I put far too much on. Nobody noticed.
Take a quick glance at the platform to ensure all is safe before unlocking the doors.
Again, I was having difficulty getting that cursor, the dot, into the right place.
Set the direction selector and apply power to begin moving.
There might be a direct key binding for this, or there might be a way to do that, so that's possibly an option. As you can see, this one was fairly easy.
The next station
I
on
can't
the
remember
line
which
is Kilburn
position to
Park,
put it in.
where we will perform a passenger stop.
Into a very, very dark tunnel. I think you get used to the controls. No configuration needed. It was really simple to set up. You just installed it and start playing. So overall, very good experience. That's it for this video, but watch out, there are going to be more videos like this coming. Diesel rail car simulators, I've recorded that. Railway Empire, rolling line tracks, train simulator, Transport Fever. Now I've recorded this, it's just too long to actually put into one video, so we're going to divide it into a few videos. And obviously I also said that we will be doing Trains, which is a non-Steam game, see if that loads them and how well it plays. Well, this one's done, all that to come. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. See you next time. Bye.